Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm gonna be building a one-story house because I haven't in literally like forever. And also, I want my next build to be something like very big, like an insanely light, nice looking mansion. So I think in the meantime, let's just make a nice little cute home. And also, since it's gonna be a small house, there's a lot more I could try out, basic shapes, maybe like better interior decorating and all that stuff. So I think today is for learning stuff. That does not sound exciting. But trust me, it's gonna be a good build. So let's start off with the front of the build. And I'm gonna place this quite a bit back, even though it's gonna be a small house. Because big long driveways are just so nice. I'm gonna use the same like a frame method I used in my last video, aka like adding a door frame and then adding a door behind it. I don't know why, it just always looks nice. And also I want it to be a bit elevated so it can have a porch that looks nice, just like that. Also, right before recording this video, there's something I learned because my friend Faulty, I first saw it on a YouTube video and I was like, how on earth did they do that? And I asked him, and of course he knows because he's a building genius. So it's basically just adding like custom bushes and plants and all that stuff, and it's really straightforward actually. All you need is like a transparent cube, or you can even use a pillar, and then you gotta add a square decal. Wait, why are there two? Yeah, I guess we could use this. And then make the cube skinny and add this there. And then what you want to do, actually you probably know what I'm gonna do, but this is literally like my first time doing it. You simply just want to change the ID of it to like some sort of plant. So in this case, I'm using this account's decals, row build decals, if you want to check them out. They have a lot of good ones, like a lot of good ones. And I'm just gonna steal one like this, and look at that, I have a custom bush. How cool. So I'm not gonna worry about that right now because I literally don't even have my house really started, but that's gonna be pretty fun to use for decorating the outside. All right, so the main house is gonna be right over here, just like this area. And over here to the side, I want to have like a garage attached, like a two car garage. And I want it to be like connected to the house, like sort of angled, sort of like this, I think. We'll see. And let me add the windows. All right, so let me close off this build. I don't know how I'm gonna do this exactly. Okay, that looks good. And then over here, I'll have like I guess a laundry room can go here. This right beside the door will be a bathroom. And this, I'm not sure what this is gonna be, because this is gonna be the garage. Like, this is gonna be where living room, dining room, and the kitchen are gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit difficult, not gonna lie. I guess this could be the bedroom. It really doesn't matter because, you know, it always changes. We'll see. But now we gotta figure out the roof situation. So I do have a bit of an idea for the roof, and let me see if I could do it. So I just stacked two gable roofs on top of each other. So like we have this one over here and this one, and I think it looks amazing. Though I think we're gonna have one problem with like the textures overlapping each other, but that's fine. And also my friend Faulty taught me another thing. So you remember how like I used to create like those triangles with the shelves? He said I could use basic shapes to make them even better by adding a horizontal wedge, and he said a corner wedge. I'm not sure what that is, but oh, it's this. So I'm assuming, I see what we gotta do. There we go. It looks nice. Okay, that sounded a bit sarcastic, but it actually looks nice. And let me change it to, my bad, sorry. Concrete. Concrete is my new favorite like roof texture. Now I'm gonna copy this to the other side, and one thing that I do not know is how am I gonna flip this around. Okay, never mind. I'm just stupid. Dang, it's already starting to look nice. And this time for the light, I don't really want to use flint. I don't know why, it's just gloomy. So, I don't know. I really don't know what to do. Should I just go back to linen? You know what? I will. Or I could use Hurricane Gray if I want to be a bit different, but linen just never disappoints. So I know for a fact this won't be fitting two garage doors, so I'm gonna have to use a frame and resize it. And then I'm just gonna add a privacy blind, privacy blind. And finally, I'm just gonna close it. So the roof for the garage is gonna be quite simple, which is why I wanna add something that I'm gonna show you in a second. This is how the roof is gonna look. So I wanna have like a little thing like poking out, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you know how they have like windows sometimes like popping out of the roof? You know, like it's like a fake window. That's what I'm gonna do. And I also just like recently learned how to do it. And for that, I'm gonna need a cube and a pillar. You're gonna see why I need a pillar and a decal. And on top of this cube, I'm gonna be adding this to both sides, just like so. And then I'm just gonna be recoloring this to black. So the point of this painting is gonna be to be a fake window essentially. And this is way too big, so let me just resize it. And to make it look more like a window, I'm just gonna be adding some structurals to it. And you know what? I want to be a bit fancy, so I'm just gonna add some square beams. Some square beams to outline the roof of it. Okay, I can't lie, the beams I picked are a bit way too fat. So let me just redo that real quick. I'm gonna pick the skinnier one. So the roof appears to be suffocating what I just created. This ain't too good, but I do have a fix. I'm just gonna add a pillar and place a carpet on top of the pillar. Then I can place what I created. I don't know what to call it, like fake window. I don't know. Yeah, then I'm gonna add the fake window I made on top of this, and hopefully it looks nice. That is actually perfect. And there's one more thing I want to be adding to the roof of the garage. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called an overhang, maybe? I don't know. I mean, I could use a slanted roof. However, this is what's going to happen. Since the wall is diagonal, this is going to be poking out way too much. So, I'm going to use basic shapes again. See, I told you, like, since this is a small build, I'm gonna be trying out many more stuff, and in this case it's a lot more basic shapes. And just like that, it has been added. And one more thing I want to do, like, you gotta add supports for the overhang, I think, so I'm gonna add some pillars. I actually love basic shapes so much. I just added this part and it just made it look so much better. Like, without it, it just looks like it's missing something. Like, I feel like the wall just feels too long or too tall. Then the second you add it, it's just so perfect. I feel like structural just made like the skill cap for like how good you can be at this game so much higher, and that's really a good thing, cause it makes the game a lot less boring. Plus, I just added like these support beams. Okay, I feel like I'm adding way too much support for this overhang. Like, we got the pillars, we got like the support beams for the pillars, we got this thing. I mean, obviously, like, all these things have terms and like architecture and stuff, but I have no idea what they are. The cool square thing. I cannot lie, I am seriously impressing myself with my builds recently. This is looking way better than I expected. So let's keep going. The next thing I gotta add is like where the plants are gonna go. So in other words, I gotta outline the driveway. So let's grab our little plane marking. So we'll have a bunch of plants over here, and then over here I guess I'll do this. More plants over there. And as for the driveway, this is like the first time where I don't have any fancy ideas. Guess I'll just have it do this. This looks like it's missing something. I don't know. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. So let me place down some soil over here and we'll get started on adding plants. Okay, but seriously though, I have an issue with leaving stuff incomplete. Like, look at the roof. We have this part done, and then what exactly is going on over here? If I don't know what to do, I just leave it alone. Let me add some wall trim. See, I'm telling you, I'm literally just doing random stuff because I don't want to do the roof over here. Oh, and one more thing I want to be doing to the windows. I just want to be like, if you add structurals like to the outline of it, it just makes it look nicer. I mean, this is definitely nothing new, but it's new to me, so just like that, I just added an outline to the window. You can't really notice it, but like you can kind of like feel like there's something just more detailed about it. I'm not exactly sure how to describe it, but in conclusion, it looks nicer. And one more thing I want to be doing right here. I want to do the same exact thing I did over here, but to the window. This is so hard to get right. I don't know how long the window, actually, I don't even know if I like this. It kind of looks weird. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna delete that. I don't know what I was thinking. Really just wasted like 5 minutes right there. But I'm just gonna move on and add like this triangle bit to this. And it looks like I'm gonna have to resize it. There we go. Looking all nice. I'm gonna remove these markings because they look weird. And I'm gonna add more of these structurals to this window too. And as for this driveway, I want to do the same thing I did in my last video, aka just adding stepping stones, because it looked so nice. This driveway shape just isn't looking right. I don't know what the issue is, and I accidentally just punched my monitor. You know what? I know the solution. Finish the roof. And for that, I'm gonna need the hip roof. There we go. That's one part of the roof done. And then over here, wow. And there we go. The roof is complete, I think. I might fix up this area a bit later, but for the time being, this is good enough for me. Alright, I'm just gonna do the stepping stones. And also, a bunch of people commented on my last video that instead of adding like dirt piles like to the edge to cover up like what's poking out, I can just resize it. And I think that is a genius idea that I don't know how I did not think about. My bad. Honestly, adding stepping stones like to the driveway is literally one of the most satisfying things ever. Like at this point, I'm not even doing it because it looks nice, but oh my god, it's just so satisfying seeing this all just come together. Alright, so I am done with placing the stepping stones for the driveway, and now honestly, like you still gotta use dirt piles to like cover the edges because it just looks way too sharp. But like resizing the stepping stones does make it easier to like place the dirt piles because they don't take up as much space. And I just added some steps, the little porch. Yeah, this really isn't a porch. And some trees to the side, and some baby trees. And now I just gotta add a bunch of like these bushes if I can find the invisible cube. I'm really not sure how I'm supposed to place these. Am I like supposed to spam a bunch of them or what? Just gonna try changing the texture for them. This looks pretty nice. This too. What else do we want? Let's see. Wow, that actually looks shockingly good. What? Okay, I did not expect that at all. It's lit. Oh my god, I cannot believe I just discovered this. That's beautiful. I feel like I'm discovering way too much at the same time. First basic shapes, then this, then structurals, then my mind's gonna blow up. Plus like making items float, just make, oh my mom, Bloxburg is way too good. And also I got a bunch of comments telling me I should start stacking my like floor layers, and you know what, you guys are right, so that is exactly what I'm gonna do. Like if you compare this floor, which is one layer, with this one I'm about to place down, like I don't know like how it works, but it just makes it like better. I feel like the plank's outline just gets darker, which makes it look more realistic. I really don't know what's going on, but it does make it look nicer. Okay, now what if I stack concrete texture? I've only tried the wood planks. Okay, yeah, no, that literally does nothing. So for this house, I want to add a picket fence somewhere. I mean, obviously somewhere in the front, because I want this to look like a cute little house. And if I'm gonna add a fence, I think I'm gonna need a sidewalk, or actually, you know what? Screw a sidewalk. Just gonna add the fence. And then I'm gonna add a mailbox to the edges of them. Okay, I really tried to make this look like a gate, and I think I kind of failed. I actually think this texture looks nice for the fence. I might change it later though, I am not sure. Okay, to be honest, I don't think I'm gonna place a single bush down because these bushes are literally overpowered. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna add them everywhere. And one more thing I want to do is I want to add like some sort of dirt patches around. And now it's time to get a bunch of decals. This part is honestly just so fun to me. Let's get this. This looks nice. What about this? Let's keep going. I am gonna need a lot of these. Wait, are you telling me you can add like trees? Wait, hold on. Can I resize these? Of course I can. I didn't even notice. Wait, so I have an idea. So I'm just gonna resize the ones in the back and make them bigger. I have no idea what this decal was. Anyways, I'm still gonna add like some plants, I guess, just to see if it's gonna look nice. So let me add some grass and I guess just some flowers. Yeah, I think this is gonna look nice. And I'm gonna scatter some rocks around, cause why not? The more the better. What else can I add? I mean, with all these plants and flowers, I might as well add a birdhouse somewhere. And one more thing I'm gonna start doing in my videos, which I've always like wanted to do but I really couldn't figure out how to do, is like adding little windows over here. And obviously I've already like sort of done it. I'm just gonna copy and paste this over here, but I think I gotta make it a bit more like squarish. What else can I add to this build? I mean, honestly, I'm like pretty close to finishing the exterior, which is surprising, but like I kind of love building one-story houses now. I guess I'm gonna add a chimney, because why not? It's the next day for me. It's actually 9 AM. I feel very fresh, so let me get right back into it. So today I want to finish the interior. I already added some pillars and the flooring, and yes, I'm back to linen flooring. Linen just never gets old. Alright, so over here, as I said before, we're gonna have the dining room. So I'm just gonna add like a circular dining table. And then over here in the middle, I'll have a fireplace. It's gonna be where the living room is. Wait, can I not place stuff in these like insets or whatever they're called? Only place stuff down there. It's actually kind of annoying. Actually, these insets are kind of cool. Let me add a couch to finish this living room. And of course a coffee table. I have never seen this coffee table before. That's actually so cool. And I don't even know if it works with what I'm trying to make, but I'm just gonna keep it because it's cool. There's actually one building technique that I want to see if I want to do better. So in my last video, I added like bricks onto the wall using structurals, but honestly, it did not look that good at all because honestly, I think I did it all wrong. I think the bricks I used were a bit too big. So this time I'm just gonna use bricks that are about this size and I'll just have a bunch of them. And now that I've placed a bunch of them, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna like texture them brick, and I'm gonna use a slightly different color than oyster. like lily white, and then I'm just gonna do the same thing but pick another color. Finally, I'm just gonna do dark stone gray, and then I'm just gonna randomly color these. So now what this does is it really just adds a whole bunch of texture to the wall. I mean, it's quite literally a 3D brick wall now. And by the way, this is not my idea. I saw it from a YouTube video. I'll hopefully link it in the description if I don't forget. But I just absolutely loved it. Honestly, this too is so relaxing. I mean, why pay for therapy when you could just place bricks? And there we go. I'm done with the effect. It looks amazing. I absolutely love it. So let's move on. I'm actually like in love with the exterior so far. This got to be another one of my favorites. I swear every new build I make is somehow becoming one of my favorites. All right, so now I'm just going to do the bathroom and laundry room real quick before I move on to bigger stuff like the kitchen and bedroom. So we don't have much room for this bathroom, but I need to fit a shower somewhere here. So I just added the divider between the shower and the sink. I don't know how I feel about it. This reddish brown is actually a really nice color. Works pretty well with regular brown. So I think that's the color scheme I'm going to be going for here. I'm also pretty worried about the kitchen. I don't have any layout ideas really, and I'm afraid it's going to be a bit basic. But you never know. My brain just sometimes just snaps and somehow I create something nice. And yep, it's actually looking pretty basic. So I just noticed I can add these fake bricks I was adding to like the chimney as well. Like you can literally use structurals for everything. And of course, in that case, you know, I just have to like, this is way too good. Although a bit time consuming, but it actually pays off. It's quite literally like creating a 3D texture. Just brings the texture, like this brick texture, into life. I sound very dramatic. And now I just gotta color them. And one more thing I really want to add to the build, which I've seen other builders do, and I literally just didn't know how to do it, and I'm not sure if I know how to do it still, but I know you need to use structurals for them. And it's basically when they add like beams like on the ceiling. Here, I'll show you in a second. So it's basically just adding a whole bunch of like these beams to give the ceiling like more of a 3D texture. You know, everything's about making stuff 3D nowadays, but it's kind of hard to do because I literally cannot see the other beam I place because I have to have the roof off. Well, it actually looks pretty good, surprisingly. And then all I gotta do is do it to the other side as well. I really hope my counting method is making it even, but I actually really don't think so. Because the gap between these two beams over here appears to be a lot smaller than these two, but it's not really noticeable, so I don't care. Yeah, see now, like this is smaller, so I'll just place one over here instead. And I'm done. I think it looks kind of cool. And let me see it in person, and oh my god, the exterior is actually amazing. What on earth? Though I do feel like I gotta add more stuff over here. I'm not sure what though. Okay, the ceiling thing is a nice addition. It doesn't add that much, but like might as well do it because it just makes it look that teeny tiny bit better. And as for this side, I want to see if I can add a window above the garage door. Like over here. Like I believe they added a curved window. I'm not sure though. I may be imagining stuff. Maybe something like this if I can resize it. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. Now for the interior, all I really gotta do is decorate and color everything. Actually not that much work left now that I think about it. Alright, so let's get some work done on the bedroom. Get a modern bed down and a wardrobe plus dresser. Those two are a must, I think. Then I'll add this corner shelf because it looks so nice. And a window because we need some sunshine. Windows are like the one like easy thing to add to a room that really makes it just a lot better. It doesn't add much from the outside, like it really doesn't add anything, but from the inside, like we got the natural lighting over here. Just look at these little beautiful light beams. Oh, you can finally resize this mirror. One thing I really don't like about how this is turning out is how there's a gap between the wardrobe and closet, but I believe we can fix this with basic shapes if I use the vertical wedge. And this looks incredibly weird. Yeah, I am not gonna do that. I'll just place a wardrobe somewhere else. It is so hard to decorate this stupid washroom because it is just so tiny. Where am I even supposed to place this towel? Okay, you know what? You get no towel. I'll just put some of these under the sink. I just remembered I didn't add plants, and I just remembered I gotta add wall trim. I always forget those two. Alright, so I'm pretty much done with the washroom. So next I'm gonna do the laundry room, and I just noticed I quite literally just forgot about the bedroom. I don't know why this is such a built-in habit for me. I don't know what to add, I just move on. I mean, honestly, I do think it's a bit of a good habit. Like, if you don't know what you want to add, like, just don't add anything until you get some sort of idea. Like, adding nothing is better than adding something that's ugly, right? Alright, so I'm making some pretty good progress. I added 2 laundry, like, dirty clothes baskets because, you know, like whoever lives here is just very messy. I mean, they happen to have a very beautiful house made by a very amazing architect. But like, hey, they're just a messy person. So the real question is, do I want to add cabinets or shelves? And just like that, it looks pretty weird actually. I feel like there is just way too much wood in this house. This is a very flammable house. But hey, I think it looks good. The pillar just made it look a lot nicer. And one more time, I gotta look at this build in person to see how it's actually starting to look. And it's starting to look pretty nice actually. The layout is pretty basic, I'm not gonna lie. Like I would literally say this is probably one of my worst layouts, but hey, like, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. The house is tiny, there wasn't that much that was possible, so it's fine. So as usual, I did some decorating off camera, and I am pretty much done. Not really. Like, I still gotta decorate more, I think. Like, compared to my last build, I don't think I've decorated enough. Plus, none of the walls are colored, and that is terrible. So, let's take care of the walls right now. I left it for last for a reason. It's because I hate it so hard. But honestly, this green looks pretty nice. Yeah, never mind. I mean, cloudy gray would work, but I don't know. I think my color schemes, like, they've gone in a direction which I don't really want them to go, which is very realistic. If anything, I wanted it to go, like, towards the Frentrix's type. As in, I just want to add, like, more pop and, like, be using different colors and stuff. I don't know how she does it, but we'll see how this is gonna turn out. Not sure why, but every time I color something, my game just freezes. What is going on, Bloxburg? You know what? I'm literally gonna have to rejoin the game. Like, what's even going on? Anyway, so how's your day, guys? I've spent like 3 or 4 days at home recovering from a vacation, and I'm still gonna need me like another 2 weeks minimum. Bloxburg, why are you taking so long? Okay, never mind. Well, that's awkward. Okay, game, please work properly. Okay, so how do we feel about cloudy gray? I think it actually matches pretty well. But I'm also gonna use like some accent colors, aka mid gray, and I'm gonna need a texture for it. I'll just go with the brick wall. I like being basic. And for the washroom, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. You know what? Same thing. And then we have the laundry room. You know what? I can be a little bit more creative here. I'll use blue. Pretending like I actually did something here. I'm gonna pretend like these jars are like they somehow contain some sort of soap, so I'll color them funky stuff. Yes, this can be hot pink. It's not hot though. Shots fired. And finally we have the bedroom, and since I already colored the bed and carpet sage green, I believe. Actually no, it was laurel green. In that case, I can make the wall sage green. Alright, so I am done with the build, but one more thing, I just gotta change the decals, and to do that I'm just gonna steal Azria's decals. I mean, hers are just way too good, so hope you don't mind. I'll take this, what on earth are these, but I'll take both of them. And here we'll have a picture of a person. You can interpret this photo in whatever way you like. I mean, the fact that it has a light shining on it just means like whoever this is very special to the owner of this house. But if like this is the picture of the owner of this house, then that's kind of like egotistical and creepy. And finally I have this one last decal. I've like never used these before, so I really don't know what the decal is supposed to look like. I mean, can I use this or... Okay, never mind. What if I just use a plant? Oh my god, that looks terrible. You know what? I don't know what else to do, so I'm just gonna keep it. Alright, house tour time. Even though you've been watching this video for probably like 30 minutes at this point. Really, I think the main focus of this build is the exterior. Not a fan of the interior, not gonna lie. My last one was a lot better. Like, I just don't know how to do one-story houses. Because like, there's no staircase anywhere. So like, I don't know like the main focus of the build is. Like, usually like I build around the staircase. Anyways, I'm not gonna sit here and whine. I think the exterior is beautiful, and I love all the tricks I tried out today. Such as these bushes that are decals, and these bricks. And a lot of basic shapes and structurals were used. Also, the roof somehow came together so well. I just love the way it looks. Overall, this is like exterior wise, this might be my favorite like one-story house. Anyway, so let's go inside. So inside to your left, you have a place to store your shoes and pictures. And we have this thing that you can apparently climb. Then over here to the right, we have the little dining area, and then the living area with a fireplace and a TV, and like this little cool insect or whatever it's called. Sounds like insect. And then the kitchen looks better than I expected, mostly because the texture of the wall, honestly, I think it adds a lot. And also I tried making the decorations like a bit more realistic, like We got a bowl on a cutting board with a spoon and ingredients beside it and a knife, you know? A bit more realism, and the shopping bags, of course. So let's continue on to the laundry room. Nothing much going on here. Better than my average laundry room, though. And washroom, it's only a 2x2, but I made it work, I'd say so. And then finally, we got the bedroom. I'd say this is the worst part of the build just because of this stupid thing. Like, you know, I'll just say like it's memories. Totally not laziness. And then we got the garage. Yes, nothing special here. I don't know why I said it so dramatically. Anyway, so that is my cute one-story house build. I like it. Also, I use like different colors for like the plants and the dirt and stuff than the usual, and I liked it a lot. Anyway, so that's all for today. I'll see you all in the next one.